huge impact on the environment, society, and economy, leaving some positive and some negative impacts on all of these things.
To start off, we need to know how much energy we are using. This chart shows that we're using more fossil fuels, which is a non-renewable source, and we need to start using more of the renewable sources. How much energy is used? The Middle East uses most of the energy around the world, and China uses the least. By using renewable energy sources like solar energy, we also reduce our dependence on fossil fuels, gas, and oil reserves, which are becoming more expensive and difficult to find. It also reduces our dependence on imported fossil fuels. How long will it take to find a new energy source that will replace fossil fuels? Likely for alternative energy sources, mainly solar and wind power, they will completely replace coal and gas for utility generation. There are no problems facing the cost of nuclear for the purpose of not using it as much as fossil fuels. People are depending on fossil fuels a lot, and that will lead and aren't worthy of opportunities, thus leading to run out.
If the world wants to avoid major climate change by the year 2100, then the use of fossil fuels needs to be phased out, and that is why reports are saying that the world's electricity and energy must be produced from low-carbon sources by 2015. Even though fossil fuels produce energy, they still pollute both air and water, affecting humans, animals, and plants. 98% of the U.S. energy production comes from fossil fuels, but that needs to change because as fossil fuels burn, they produce carbon dioxide, which traps heat in the Earth's atmosphere, and the amount of carbon has increased by 25% over the last 150 years. Some air polluters produced by fossil fuels are carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, sulfur oxides, and hydrocarbon oxides, which cause global warming, water and air pollution, and acid rain. The production of fossil fuel can affect humans in many ways, but mostly disease-wise. When humans are exposed to gases such as nitrogen oxide and carbon monoxide, that causes bronchitis and pneumonia. And exposure to ozone can result in shortness of breath and eventually permanent lung damage. If we replace fossil fuels with another energy source by the year 2100, then our lives would be much different. We will be healthier because there won't be as much as air pollution and water pollution like the amount that there is now, and we will also save money because energy-efficient houses are cheaper. To save energy, you must go with low flow. It is inexpensive and can reduce your home water consumption by as much as 50% and can save up to $145 per year. To build an energy-efficient house and keep your house warm in the winter or cool in the summer, you will need insulations. And also compact fluorescent light bulbs also help as they decrease your energy bill and last up to 4 to 6 times more than the regular light bulbs. Solar panels save energy and are also affordable. And lastly, double-glazed windows keep heat in the house.
How will the loss of fossil fuels impact our means of transportation? Of the fossil fuels, oil is the one that they use for transportation the most, and it powers all the current modes of transportation, and it makes it possible to move around and get to the places where we want, and it moves both people and merchandise as far and as wide as possible. Without them, we would not be able to get to the places that we want as efficiently as we want, and it would take a lot longer, and we would be getting there not at the time that we want. If we lost all the fossil fuels, we would be forced to use electrically powered vehicles, and they run on batteries and have to be charged from time to time. However, most say that they are significantly slower and require a lot more affect our economy. American customers and organizations now spend approximately $700 billion to $1 trillion every year on coal, oil, and natural gas, and have to deal with the costs of pollution and the fossil fuel, and have to pay for the fossil fuel damage for the health and the environment of the people. If America continues at this rate, the U.S. The cost of fossil fuels is going to grow, and an estimated $23 trillion between 2010 and 2030. The problem is that fossil fuels are relatively inexpensive, and so the companies who produce it don't make as much either, so they keep making and people keep buying because it's cheap and easy to get a hold of, and this causes the amount of fossil fuels around the world to be decreased because it's being used up at a very fast rate. And since it's a non-renewable source, at this rate it's going to run out very, very soon. Since fossil fuels are cheap and were cheap, all the alternative energy sources after that will seem very expensive in comparison, and people won't want to buy them, and the economy will go down. This is a photo of how much in years, in billions, coal, gas, oil. What technologies will we lose without fossil fuels? Without fossil fuels, they mostly run all our transportation, like planes and cars and boats, like motorboats. And without it, we wouldn't be able to use all these things. They also power the heating in our homes and all the electricity that we use. And so if we lost fossil fuels, we would have to find alternative energy sources to power these items, these devices, and it would probably not be as efficient and easy to use or as fast as we want it to, and we would lose all these technologies. The life would be a lot harder without them.
How long will it take to find a new energy source that will replace fossil fuels? With more developing countries wanting to offer their growing population the opportunity to consume fossil fuel products such as gas and electricity, it is obvious that global